Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So a company by the name of Airsee on Amazon reached out to me and sent me over one of their nail drills. It's a E-Series nail drill, 3500 max RPMs. And just looking at it opening it, I just love how it looks. It looks really sleek and nice. The colors are really cute, and I love how lightweight it is. Like, I took it out and it was so freaking light. I just love that for this type of drill. I do have a drill like this that I never even showed you guys because I used it off camera and didn't like it. But we'll see about this one. I'm going to try it. So they have here the lock and unlock to remove your drill bit. And so I unlocked it. I'm going to place it back in and give it a good lock. And you got it set into place as far as that goes. The functionality of it, we're going to go ahead and get into too, but I am going to show what else comes with it. So of course it comes with the charger to recharge it because it's a rechargeable nail drill, which is also a plus because y'all know I don't really like cords, so you can just charge it up and go. It came with these sanding bands of 180 grit, which I did cheat and use one with my other nail drill off camera, and we'll get into that when it comes. Then it comes with these extra drill bits here too. I can say that these are like the typical standard drill bits that come with nail files, and they're really actually very good. Like, a lot of people don't use them, but they are pretty good. That is one of my favorites, the ball point one that I'm showing for cuticle work. The second one is a good cuticle work one too as well, but the ones that I would use the most out of this are the two I pointed at, and then the mandrel, obviously. And then just like everything else, it does come with the instructions, so you're able to see how it works, how to use it, has all the warnings and things that you may need to know before using the drill. I love how it points out the different drill bits and their usage for those that don't quite know what each drill bit is for. And I'm just showing everything, so if you wanted to pause and read anything, you definitely could. But yeah, it comes with the instruction pamphlet as well. And so now I'm going to get into a little functionality. So I couldn't leave the sound on because I had, others around, and I don't disturb anyone when I do my nails. They don't disturb me, but I just pressed the power button to turn it on. I'm just showing that the plus does bring it up a notch. To change the positioning. So right now it's in forward. You would actually I turned it on at this point, and it's just really light vibration, very nice. So I'm gonna turn it all the way up, and when I tell y'all this thing was so quiet, I wish I could have left the sound in, but my son was doing the most. It's so quiet, it feels so nice. Even at the highest speed, there was no vibration. Just feels like an overall pretty good drill. So I'm definitely going to be using this a little often just to give it a try, and also to give my other one a rest. So to change the rotation, you just double tap the power button. So it was on forward, now it's on reverse, and then back on forward. So you double tap there, and then just to turn it off, you hold that power button down, and that's the basic functionality. I'm using today my Macart XXL half tips stiletto. I already applied them off camera. I did a peel off, obviously, because I'm taking them right back off. But I'm going in first with base gel, and I'm going to give it a 30-second cure. So for today's set, I'm using my absolute favorite Polygel from Macart, which is Siesta. And it's just going to be a nude base on all of the nails. So the nail set today came about because a friend of mine, he just loves my nails. He loves to see me do them, create them, things like that. And, And he sent me a nail set while I was out of town and asked me, did I think I could do it? And I was like, of course, yeah. It was like a really nice abstract design. I'm going to put the picture up here that he sent me asking me if I could do the nail set. And so, yes, I said yeah. So he was like, that's something he wants to see done. Kind of like a challenge to see if I actually can do it, which, y'all, if y'all looking at that picture, y'all know I can do it. So I was like, okay, cool. But I had such a busy end of the year of 2023. It ended very, very well. I got to go spend time with family in Orlando. I haven't seen in about a year. Like, I talk to her all the time, but we just haven't, like, seen each other in about a year. Well, I won't say a year because me and her are really close. So we do, like, they came over and stayed. That's the family that I was telling y'all about a while ago that came and stayed the night for the weekend. And I did my niece's nails. So I want to say about 6 months maybe. But it's been a while. But anyway, we went because it was one of their birthdays. And we had an amazing time. Amazing. But I'm going to go ahead and get into the tutorial a little bit before I go into my little vacation I had. But basically all I did was place squeeze out some polygel where the nail tip and the natural nail meet. And then I'm using my polygel brush in slip solution, which is 91% alcohol. And I'm just patting that into place and just making sure to keep the shape as much as possible so that when I do go in and file shape and buff, I don't have so much to do. So I'm speeding everything up a little bit more here just because the video is super long and it was even longer before speeding up anything. But I am going in like always and patting that all over the nail. And then I do go in after everything is like pretty much touching all parts of the nails and just smooth everything out. And this is just my first bead. I love to do the 2-bead method just because I feel like it makes a better structure on the nail, and I always apply just enough. I find that if I do the 1-bead method, sometimes I apply way too much, and then it gives me more like, I have to do more like shaping and patting and smoothing to try to make the nail even. So the 2-bead method always just works really, really great for me. And this application is a little messy just because it was a little bit rushed. I haven't gotten a video out yet for the new year, and I wanted to go ahead and get this week started as my first week back into nails like regularly. And so I decided to just get on the road, get with it, you know, do what I say I'm going to do and need to do. But I've had so much to do as well, preparing for my children to go back to school from Christmas break. It's just been a lot. But again, I'm just repeating that over all of these nails. I do my thumb off camera because it's really repetitive. And again, this video is already pretty long. I hate when I have to speed up just because I like to show everything. But again, without speeding anything up, I think this video is like 30 minutes, a little bit over 30 minutes. So I don't know. I just don't want to hold anyone up. So all of my nails, the first nail will always be in real time. And then everything else I'm going to speed up a bit, just like, again, not to have you prolonged or here for too long. So with the second bead, I place it right before the cuticle area. And as you see here, I'm taking my polygel brush with a bit of slip solution, and I'm just like patting that around the cuticle, making sure it's nice and flushed. And then I try to keep the center of this bead high, and I'm just going to pull around it and blend it into the first already cured bead. And it makes for a very nice apex for me. I never have problems with my nails. Never have any problem when I do this method, and the nails are nice, strong, and sturdy, and they last me just as long as I need them to last. So off camera, there was a little area on this nail that I had to kind of fill in, but I did do that off camera, again, because I already knew the video was going to be pretty long. But it's very simple, this 2-bead method, and again, you get a very nice structured nail every single time. So we went to Orlando, I believe it was the 29th of December, and we went to the birthday party. We went to a place in Orlando called Main Event. Super fun, highly recommend. They have like restaurants, bars, bowling, laser tag, gravity rope, a big arcade. It was very, very fun. Very, very fun. So that's where she hosted her birthday party at. We had so much fun. Bowling was a riot. Then we went on like the gravity ropes. It's like where you get harnessed and you're above the like the arcade on these like obstacle courses. And y'all, I couldn't do it. I got harnessed up and I got up top, and the guy was just like trying to pump me. And when I looked down over these people, I said I can't do it. I can't do it. I left me and my oldest daughter. We got down. We were like, we is not like heights is something that I'm so fearful of. Like, no, I couldn't do it. But laser tag was very fun. We had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. And then the rest of the trip, I just chilled with my family, and still, again, it was very fun, very therapeutic. We brought in the new year. Uh, you know, me and my cousin was drinking a little, sipping a little something. It was really, really nice. So we had a good time. And I ended up coming back on the 1st because I wanted to work as opposed to using time just to chill out at someone's house. Like, it's my family, but you get what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to use my vacation time, I want to actually go somewhere, have an adventure, do something with my time. So I decided to come back on the 1st. I just wanted to bring the New Year's in with all my kids to make sure we're in one spot together. So me and my sons, we came back. My daughter stayed a couple of extra days, and yeah, we're all together again. I started doing hair. Y'all know me. I stay doing their hair. I started doing hair yesterday. Oh no, Friday. And I am doing one last head today to get them ready for school Monday. And I'm just super excited for them to be going back. They're super excited to go back as well. I'm just happy that overall they did enjoy their Christmas break, because that's just what I wanted them to do. But now we're going to get into the filing. So I'm going to actually use the drill. So I decided to use the 180 grit sanding band in this drill just to check it out. I'm going to start on about 6 because that's what I normally use, like with my Macart drill that I use all the time. I don't have to use anything really high. I think the highest I've ever used on it is like a 10 because it's really strong. Like, I don't need to do anything additional. So I'm starting here, going around that cuticle, and it is working amazing at a 6. And this is my normal speed. I don't have to go too high. But then I started noticing as I was going, I think it'll be like the 3rd nail, to where I kind of had to turn it up a bit just to kind of finish it out because it wasn't going as smooth. So it's the 2nd nail, actually. I turned it up to about an 8, excuse me, just to like kind of get around there and see what's going on with it or whatever. So I'm just trying to make everything nice and flushed to the cuticle area on each of the nails here. And again, great control. There's no vibration. I think for me, I'm going to honestly say the problem with this was the actual sanding band I'm using. So it's a 180 grit, which is the normal grit that I use, but it's like it lost its grittiness, I guess that's what you say, too quick. Like, the sanding bands that I normally use, honestly, I can use the same sanding band from the start of my set. So like my cuticle work, anything I want to use this sanding band for, I can use it all in one set. And it is strong, and I don't have to change out the actual sanding band. But for this one, I felt like I needed to change it twice. I know I changed it once, but I felt like I needed to change it twice because, again, the grittiness of it was just like going away super, super fast. So no shade to Airsee. I don't know if they make their own sanding bands or what. The drill itself is amazing. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I am so stuffy. My allergies are bothering me this morning. I apologize. That was so disgusting. But y'all know I ain't erasing nothing. I do my voiceovers, and it is what it is. But I would say it's definitely the sanding band. And I'm going to test that in my next video. I'm going to use one of my original sanding bands with the same drill just to see the difference, because I know that's what it is. But overall, the drill is great. So I typically don't file the surface of my nails with an e-file because Polygel is such a soft product that you don't need an actual like file to file them and shape them. I normally just use one of my hand files and it does the trick. But of course, for the sake of the video and just to get the full usage of this drill, just to see the strength of it and how it actually works, I did decide to go ahead and just completely file with the drill itself. And again, amazing. Like, I love this drill. I think it's going to be my new fave. My McCart drill is always going to be my favorite because, again, I've had it for about 2 years. I have no problems with it. It works immaculately. Again, I've never had to use it on a high speed, but this one here is like a runner-up. It's coming in. Like, I feel like it's going to be a good one, and I'm going to keep using it and let you know. But my first impression of this drill right now using it, I can say I definitely like it. I love how it worked on the surface. One of the reasons why I don't use an e-file on the surface of my nails when doing polygel is because I feel like the polygel is like such a soft product, and that sometimes, most other times, I used to overfile when using an e-file. I'm overfiling because with an e-file, you don't need pressure. You just are supposed to let the drill bit do the work for you. And sometimes I just drill straight into that polygel real like quick and just chop everything up. So I don't like to use an e-file on the surface. But again, this worked very amazing. Got everything nice and smooth. Took out a lot of the lumps and bumps. So normally I would go up and down like this first when using an e-file. So like acrylic nails, up and down first. And then I would go side to side. But again, I didn't want to overfile. So I stopped there. And I'm now taking my Pana 8080 grit hand file, and I'm just like making the sides straight as I can get them. And this is what I normally do when I file. I will go over the surface like so with the hand file and just smooth everything out. And it always works. So, and I definitely needed to, because there was some areas that were a little lumpy. But again, I was just really nervous and didn't want to overfile, so I didn't. But yeah, I'm just going in and I am going to continue this over all of my nails as far as like straightening the sides and then going over that surface to make sure there are no extra lumps and bumps in the nail. I hope that everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be. And Happy New Year's. I hope everyone's New Year is starting off right. Thank you to anyone that's watching the video. This year, let's get your girl up there. Okay, if you know anyone that may like the video, share it to anybody you know, and let's grow our family this year, because I'm coming hard. Coming with some great content, and I am so ready just to see how my journey goes this year. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family, and I do thank you so much for joining me on my nail journey. It means the absolute world to me. And if you're someone that's subscribed to the channel, I love you so much, and I just thank you for your continued love and support. So y'all saw me take my mini buffer to buff, and this is how they look after being file shaped and buffed. So for the set, I'm using Madam Glam, of course. I'm using the Star. I'm gonna use Pink Madness. I'm also using the King's Speech, one that I don't use often. I'm using Mama Bear, really pretty blue. I'm using Live Colorfully, which is a very nice vibrant orange. And I'm also going to be using Celestial Green, super cute green. And last but not least, I'm going to be using El Rey, which is like a minty green type situation. So again, he wanted to challenge me on this set. I'm going to show it again to see if I could actually do the set. And I did an amazing job, because these kind of designs are like my stilo. I love them. So anything abstract, anything like real out there, I am with it. I'm for it. So I'm taking Pink Madness first and just creating like a square on the side of this nail. And I'm going to fill it in, and then I'm going to give that a 30-second cure. One thing I love about Madam Glam polishes, y'all know I rave about them. Y'all know I'm a Madam Glam girl for life. Y'all know that's right now basically the only gel polish I use. I do like collab with other companies that I like a lot, but for me, I feel like they just have, like when I'm thinking of a nail set and I'm thinking of the colors and I'm getting the colors gathered to do the set, it just seems as if they always have all the colors that I would like to use and need. So I gravitate towards them a lot. But y'all know I'm a Madam Glam girl. And one thing I love about Madam Glam is their one coat coverage. So typically all of their polishes are 1 coat coverage, but there's a few. So like this one here that I'm using, the Star, it did in some areas I had to do a 2nd coat. But what I love is that every other design I did on my nails, I did the 1 coat and it was set and done, and it was absolutely beautiful. And I just love that for them, that they're so pigmented like that. If you've not tried a Madam Glam polish, excuse me, if you've not tried a Madam Glam polish, y'all, you are missing out. Definitely go check out the website. I will have the ones here that I'm using that are available linked down below, but check them out. You will not regret it. Just the perfect polishes for like pretty much anything. Very good with nail art and so forth and so on. Now for my middle finger, I had to cut the camera off and I forgot I did, so I didn't record pretty much the whole nail, but you see what I did here. And I'm just going to finish the last part. So the last part is putting the Star into the right side of this nail. I'm going to fill that in and give that a 30-second cure. But this design was very quick, very easy, very nice. The overall application and you know, everything with the set was really, really quick. I think I want to say I started this set at like 9, and I want to say I ended, or maybe like 8:45, and then I was done by like 10. It was really, really quick, very quick. And I'm just happy I did it. It was a great challenge, and I think I did a really, really good job. So now I'm going in with El Rey, and I'm going to make like a semicircle on this particular nail and fill it in. Now for these nail tips, the only thing I don't like, I love these nail tips, but the only thing I don't like about these McCart nail tips is that they're stiletto, but when they originally, like if I would have showed you them just straight out the pack, they're not, you know, a stiletto is like a sharp nail, or at least a pointy. It doesn't have to be sharp, but they're not as pointy as they should be. So I had to shape them before putting them on, just because I'm doing a peel off. And then like when it was time to file, shape, and buff, I still couldn't get them as sharp as I wanted because I have the peel off on, and as I was filing, I could kind of feel like the tension to where like the nail was about to pop off. So I had to kind of do the best that I could. They look great, but I did want them a bit more pointier just because it's a stiletto. I like, if I'm gonna wear a stiletto, I do want it to be a little sharper. I don't like it to be like pen like sharp to where you are like can poke something in, you know. I do round it out a bit, but I still wanted it a little bit more snatched. But it is what it is. It looks okay. So now after I cured El Rey, I'm going in now with Live Colorfully and putting another very small circle in the inside of this one, and I'm going to give that a 30-second cure. Then I'm taking Pink Madness and just creating that line down going towards the cuticle, and then I'll cure that as well for 30 seconds. So for the pinky, I'm taking the King's Speech and just kind of doing sort of like a side fringe situation. So I'm making the line there. I'm going to fill all of that in and give that a 30-second cure. Then I'm going across it with Mama Bear and just doing this little abstract design, bringing it over, and then I'll give that a 30-second cure as well. And then I'm going to top coat over everything. So y'all know, for me, with the recreation, this twist would have been like I would have had rhinestones everywhere. But again, I just kept it as is because he just really just want to see if he could challenge me to a set. And I did it. I'm applying top coat. I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. And then off camera, I will apply some cuticle oil. And I'll be back in just a moment with the final look. And here is the finished set. So vibrant and just popping. I love them. They're magnificent. Like, this is a great first challenge of 2024. And I just love them. But comment down below and let me know what you think of this recreation. And if you've made it this far into the video, I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. And hit your post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I do thank you all so much for joining me today. And I'll see you in my next one. Remember to be the very best you that you can be. And much love to you all.